Hello, everyone. Happy Monday, the 14th of April. Owen Jennings here with your energies of the week video so that you may have an idea of what's going on energetically this week so that you can navigate those energies and understand why you might be feeling the effects of them. So, wow, what an energetic time we have had in terms of um, transformation. So we're now at the end of the eclipse window, and it was pretty full on, wasn't it? And it was really asking us to let go of old ways of being and really move into, who we want to become and be more soul-led, be more intuitively led. And the full moon yesterday really sort of was the icing on the cake with that. It was calling in more balance. It was looking at our relationships. What I found interesting was a few friends of mine, they reached out to me because they were having quite a difficult time in their relationships, particularly with their nearest and dearest. And, it was really showing us, the full moon was really showing us where perhaps relationships are out of balance as well, perhaps where we're not receiving, but we're over giving. It can be the other way around as well, but these particular um, messages were about that. And also, maybe we discovered some truths around our relationships as well. And I feel that that energy can stay with us a little bit this week. Because Venus also went direct on the 12th, I think, to the day before the full moon. So, the other relationship, of course, perhaps the most important. So I'm just turning a light on here. Perhaps the most important relationship is the one with ourselves. Where can we be more balanced with ourselves? Where can we be kinder to ourselves? Where can we be more compassionate with ourselves? Because we are our harshest critics, aren't we? So it's also looking at our relationship with the most important person, and that's you. The good news is there aren't any planets in retrograde for the next 3 weeks, so things should feel a little bit smoother. There's kind of a feeling of a forward momentum this week, although today you might feel a bit tired, things may be a bit slower, you might want to be a bit more quiet, which is absolutely fine. It's about bringing in some grounded stability and about really now walking your talk and speaking your truth. Almost like an integration period this week. Where are you now putting down your new roots, the roots of you as you are now? And what I mean by that is you may well in the past have put everyone else first, or you may well have not done things because you thought you shouldn't, or perhaps because somebody else said you shouldn't. But that's not going to work anymore. Or if you continue like that, you're going to feel deeply uncomfortable within yourself because that's not actually your truth anymore. What's happened is we're really being guided to really, with each decision we make, within each moment in our lives, to be a bit more mindful and to really go within and feel into what we want, what we truly want. Okay. So this week is inviting you to get out of your head, stop overthinking, stop worrying about what somebody else might say, might think. What is your truth? What is it you want to do? You have this big vision for your future. Your soul does, most certainly. And it's time now to notice where you've been stopping yourself. You should have noticed it already, actually, but if you haven't, you'll get greater clarity this week, especially as Mercury's moving forward now. And I think Mercury at some point comes back into Aries this week, which is come on, let's get on with it. So the thing is, the action you might need to take to be in alignment with your new way forward or your new path forward might not seem logical, but it doesn't matter. So another reason for not overthinking, because intuition often isn't logical, but it definitely is, right for us. It's our inner GPS system, right? It never leads us the wrong way. So let's just go in more, because I'm really feeling my guides coming in. I'm feeling like this is quite a beautiful week. As I'm closing my eyes, I'm seeing lots of stars for some reason. I think it's stars anyway, definitely lights. And there's this beautiful, almost holy energy coming in, I feel, because whether you're religious or not, we have the Easter weekends coming up, and it's when we celebrate, or some of us celebrate, the fact that Jesus rose again. And I'm not religious, but I do believe in him, and I do believe that he came to try and show us the way, and that he still is with us. So I'm really getting, even though it can also be a sad time, because of whether you believe, because of what happened to him, but also it's a beautiful time of hope. That's what I'm getting. But let me see where this is taking me. For some reason, I didn't expect to be talking about Jesus today. Okay, let's see what's coming in. So hello everyone, thank you for being here. So yes, it's a good week this week for forward momentum, for really anchoring into what you want to create now. So you've probably got the vision and the ideas, especially if you're in tune with your intuition. And some of them may feel wacky, but that's okay. The wackier, the better. Just go with them because they're meant for you. You've started to really listen to your soul now and your intuitive voice, which is wonderful. And it's now time to take the action you need to take, because, otherwise it's just a dream, right? So it might seem scary, as Alwyn said, it might not seem logical, but that's okay. Really time now to walk your talk, ground your new energies in, because you are a new energetic being now, having been through everything you've been through recently with the eclipse window and everything else that's gone on in the skies. Okay. You're going to start to feel when things are off. So if you haven't already, because if you try to go back to the old way of doing things, so if, say, for example, as Owen mentioned, you're a people pleaser or something, and you try to get back into that energy, it's going to feel really off for you. So don't. Okay, that's sort of advice. Try and stay in the energy of what your needs are and what your desires are. It's time now for you to really receive. But to receive, it's not just a case of dreaming it. You need to take those steps forward. You don't need to do it right now, but this week at some point would be good. So at least to come up with a plan, sow the seeds, everything. We know these things don't happen overnight, as in the results of these things don't happen overnight. But if you start seeding your intentions, your new intentions in accordance with your intuition, then, and your intuitive guidance, then a new path emerges in front of you. And we can see ahead of you this beautiful new path, like littered with light and beauty. Okay. So that's really what this week is all about. It's like an integration week. The beginning of the week might feel a little bit slow, but that's okay. But it will definitely pick up momentum as the week goes on. Now, Olwen said she really felt this sort of holiness of this week. And she's referring to the energy of Christ consciousness, which is really strong this week. Whether you're religious or not, He was sacrificed for the greater good. And that can be a period of sadness, but also don't forget he rose again to show you that life goes on, maybe in a different dimension. But also, he brings with him this week in his energy, and Christ consciousness is not just Jesus, it's him and other ascended masters, but it is about healing and allowing you to receive his love. Okay, so really step into that this week. You know, we're not talking about religion here, we're talking about somebody that wants to guide you. So his energy is really strong for many of you this week. Okay, it certainly is for our channel here. So be kind to yourselves as well. It could be an emotional week, not just because of what we've just said, but generally as you shift, well, you've already shifted, but as you're taking your action upon those shifts which have taken place, you may feel wobbly. You may feel, I can't do this, but you absolutely can. It's time to step out of your overthinking mind and your logic, okay, fully in all aspects of your life. Now, it may well be that you're not making major changes, but you're making small changes, maybe to your habits, maybe how you look after yourself, whatever that means for you, or maybe how you're going to show up in your business or how you're going to show up in your relationship. And that's absolutely fine because it doesn't, in fact, the small changes are more easy, aren't they? Easier to implement, but they build on each other. So you're really creating a beautiful path if you do it that way as well. So there's no wrong way, okay? And it may well be you don't need to do anything because you're absolutely where you need to be, and that's also beautiful. So it is a beautiful week this week. We hope that you enjoy it, that you really do take the time to follow your new path ahead of you. It's almost like it's a different timeline, okay? And we wish you well. All right, so I hope that made sense. Before I did the call, I drew a card from my deck, The Empowered Woman Rises, and I got receiving. So you can't see that very clearly, can you? But look at the beautiful light on that. For me, that's like Christ consciousness light. And I think myself and my guides mentioned receiving a couple of times in the video. So that's the card for this week. So allow yourself to receive the beautiful codes that will be coming in from Christ consciousness. Allow yourself to receive your intuitive nudges and to take the aligned action steps that you need to take. Also, just to mention, tomorrow evening, it's the second call. It's April's call in my Empowered Woman Rises membership group at 8 p.m. You know, if you want to deepen your connection with the cards, with my Empowered Woman Rises deck, which is essentially a healing deck and a guidance deck, then that's the place to be. And the first month is free. We do look at the cards, but we also go deeper into what they mean for us. And we do some healing in there. We do meditation. Sometimes channel guidance comes through as well for the members. So I'm just mentioning to you in case you'd like to join before tomorrow evening so that you can be part of that live call. And we're working on forgiveness, which I think is also quite appropriate for what's happening at the moment energetically. Anyway, so I will put the link above the video in case you wish to sign up so that you can come to the call tomorrow. As I said, the first month is free anyway. It's £27 per month thereafter, or if you pay for the year in advance, it's £270, so you save 2 months. And the first month of that is free too. So it's almost like you're getting 3 months free. And you can leave at any point. Okay. So see what you think. And the next call will be obviously in May. I'm good like that, aren't I? Trying to remember the date. I think the way I'm working it is it the first or the it's the third Tuesday in the month. So one, two, so the next one will be the 20th of May. All right, so take care, everyone, and I will. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm channeling next week because it's Easter Monday, but I will let you know either way. All right, take care for now. Bye.